r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What's the weirdest thing your ex ever did after the breakup? I was at his place when I broke things off with him. He had become increasingly controlling over time, and it had got to the point where he was trying to dictate which of my friends I could and couldn't hang out with. As soon as he realized I was being serious about ending things, he bolted out of his house, drove all the way to my house, spilled some very personal secrets about me to my dad, then sobbed in my dad's arms for a while. Prior to this, he had only met my dad briefly on 2 occasions, so it was just a bit weird to go running straight to him. When my dad eventually told me about it, all he said was, "I hope that fella's medicated." I left a bunch of clothes at his house and never got the chance to get them back. He sent me a picture of what I'm 99% sure were his legs wearing my leggings, with the caption, "He's busy, sweetie." Was in an abusive relationship for years. When I finally left, my ex acted like I was abusive to him. I had finally had enough of his shit and had totally lost all love and respect for him through his own actions. He then did the following. Phoned repeatedly threatening suicide if I didn't come back to him. Repeatedly told me he had attempted suicide but had been found in time. Said he was going to jump from a very tall structure on the edge of town. I said, "Go on then, you have been promising for months." He said, "Wow, you really don't love me, huh?" No shit. Phoned me about a year after we broke up to tell me he had been stabbed. I said, "Good," and hung up. He phoned again several months after that to tell me it's okay, he approves of the guy I'm seeing now. As if I need this MF permission. Phoned about 2 years later to beg me to agree to reconsider my stance on never getting back together. I said no. We are definitely never getting back together. He asked for 5 years apart and then revisit the idea. This delusional clown thinks I just need 5 years of space from him to realize he's the one. Not once, in any of these phone calls, did he ask how his child is doing. Showed up 6 years later with 0 contact in between, to tell me he didn't love me anymore. No one asked. Threatened to sue me from his work email, because he thought I had a 10-year-old blanket of his. He's an attorney. Went to the police and said I beat him up and stole $48,000 in cash from him. I was barely 20, 4 feet 10 inches tall, and weighed 80 pounds. The man never, and I mean never, had money like that. As I was getting arrested, I had multiple police officers say they knew I didn't do it. The charges ended up getting dropped 2 years to the day after I got arrested. But it's still on my record, has made me miss out on many opportunities, and has made people look at me differently. Screw that guy. She finished our shower. She broke up to me while we were taking a shower together. She just continued with her reasons while washing her hair. Was so awkward, felt like I shouldn't be naked in front of her anymore. She was fucking crazy. One ex called me up from a new number 3 or 4 years after we broke up to apologize to me for how our relationship ended and admitted to me that she was cheating on me just before we broke up. I paused for a bit and then reminded her that I broke up with her because I knew she was cheating on me. She kind of acted like I hadn't said anything and just went on about how she couldn't let me go the rest of my life without knowing the truth, and I was like, you were frequently coming home from a friend's place, geeked out of your mind on cocaine that you didn't pay for, and immediately showering the moment you got home. You weren't getting away with anything. She was convinced that I had no clue for years and clearly didn't remember how or why we broke up. She went and had a threesome the next day and then figured that sharing this fact would bring us back together. It was not a great success. I in fact did not want her back, regardless of however many threesomes she decided to partake in. I'm assuming she's still out there, threesoming it up. Good for her. This wasn't me but my buddy. took every single thing out of the house that could possibly be considered hers, including the ice trays. But left her beautiful floofy cat Princess Jasmine. My buddy and that cat bonded. He sent me a handmade collage of pictures of him with our friends that he kept in the breakup, including pics of him with his new girlfriend. On the back was a picture of his dad as a boy. In the package was an oblong wood block, poorly hacked in the shape of a pickle, half painted brown. He said in the letter that he hoped these things made me think of home and remember in Bad Santa where the kid made Billy Bob a pickle for a gift. Also, he wanted me to know that his dad was very handsome when he was young. Yes, that was all in the letter. Then he called and asked what I thought of the pickle. Edit. I said it was weird he sent me a pickle, and he said the girl he loved would have understood, and clearly that wasn't who I was anymore. Then he blocked me. Then 2 months later, he unblocked me to ask me if I wanted to go skydiving. Told me he didn't see me the same way after having an abortion. We were together for 9 years. I had the abortion in the 3rd year. Showed up to my location, harmed me physically in the parking lot, went into the apartment I was hanging out in, and beat them up and robbed them. Then kidnapped me, poured my drink on me, and took me to my hometown, and dropped me off in a Walmart parking lot. Not mine, but something I witnessed with my current partner from her ex, who was quite annoyed she had started dating me. He hacked into her Nintendo Switch account to unfriend me and to rename her profile to bitch. Felt very much like a 4-year-old beating his chest. Maybe not as weird but just stupid. He broke up with me, but then asked me to recommend him for a job at a place I used to work. Spoiler alert, I did not. Called my work non-stop. HR number, office number, my boss's number, security office number. Would not stop at all. F-king embarrassing. Wound up leaving the company I spent my whole life working for over 20 years, leaving the city I grew up in, and leaving the state. I'm only 38. Screw her. Broke into my house and crawled in bed with me. I had been out carousing with friends and was dead to the world. Woke up and she was naked in bed with me. She knew where my spare key was and had let herself in. I had an initial freak out. She cried, we talked, and then she left. Moved my key after that. No, we didn't one last time. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.